The 911 call there as I was searching for some new information.
There's a BC3's down, BC1's down. Everybody shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here.
I don't know why this seems very hokey.
911 call there as I was searching for some new information. I'm expecting a message here to try to get some confirmation on something. But that was the 911 call, and you could almost hear it escalate in real time there as you listen to that audio of an active shooter situation. So we have several reporters out there at Canfield Mountain. We will leave Ainsley at Kootenai Health as we show you video. More and more law enforcement coming in. Kootenai County is the area that we're talking about.
It looked like the law enforcement was dragging a camper. It looked like he was dragging a camper. This happened in Idaho, by the way. I'm not the hoe, Idaho. But I'm just saying, I caught this, it was this evening sometime, Sunday evening. And I was like, what the fook? Active shooter? Are you kidding me? Supposedly, I wonder if he had a manifesto. Some active shooter literally in Idaho lit the mountainside on fire or something like that, a certain patch of fire, only to draw in the firefighters so he could ambush them and snipe them. I think he got killed two. I mean, what would be the point of that? Who wakes up and goes, oh yeah, I got to set a fire in the mountains and then I'm going to fucking snipe firefighters? Who does that? I am not, by far, not an expert. I'm not a, hey, what's up? I'm not that guy that has all the time in the world to brainstorm and figure out false flag. But it reeks of false flag. It just seems hokey. I mean, supposedly the gunfire was turned on the cops. Can I get some footage? I didn't dig all the crevices of the internet to see if there's videos out there. But from what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing this exchange between cops and the sniper, or snipers, as they say. I haven't seen it. Maybe you guys have seen it. And I think they supposedly got this sniper and he's dead, but he's unnamed. I'm waiting for the manifesto part to come along. But let's take a look at this. We'll take it from the top. This is the 911 call. Armored vehicles.
BC3's down, BC1's down. Everybody shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here.
Everybody shot. This is even...
There's a BC3's down, BC1's down. Everybody shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here.
The 911 call there as I was...
I'll play the clip, the fuller extent of it in a little bit. It seems like bad acting, but I could be wrong. I mean, I've never had to call 911 for emergency, like, and there's a fire and everyone's shot up. That just seemed hokey, but I could be wrong. This could be very authentic, everything. Wait till you see how much law enforcement, different agencies show up. It's a whole sea of them, but...
Searching for some new information. I'm expecting a message here to try to get some confirmation on something. But that was the 911 call, and you could almost hear it escalate in real time there as you listen to that audio.
You just played like 5 seconds situation.
Of it. So we have several reporters out there at Canfield Mountain. We will leave Ainsley at Kootenai Health as we show you video.
Is he dragging is this law enforcement right here dragging his camper? Like he's there? I mean, he had the camper ready too? I don't know, man. I like I said, I'm no expert. I'm not, hey, what's up? It is the 30th of June, 2025, or so they tell us, or any one of those. I'm not that guy, but I don't have time to study all this, nor do I want to. I have a life to live, but this just seems so, damn, man. Talk about, is it a false flag already? Is this just, what are they going to do? Militarize firefighters now? They're going to be like, act like cops now and have all kinds of weapons on them and shit because they're getting attacked? I mean, are we going to just militarize the fire department now? Which, I mean, I can't argue and say that they shouldn't carry a Second Amendment on them. They should. I think anyone should, especially firefighters. It's a dangerous job you have. You don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I think firefighters should carry, something to protect themselves. It's just that I have a feeling that this is going to go like over the top, where it just gets I don't know. They just get militarized. They're going to drive around in armored vehicles and I don't know, whatever.
Confirmation on something. But that was the 911 call, and you could almost hear it escalate in real time there as you listen to that audio of an active shooter situation. So we have several reporters out there at Canfield Mountain. We will leave Ainsley at Kootenai Health as we show you video.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what. That's a camper, right? Or is that a sheriff's symbol right there? I don't know. Maybe it's not. It looks like camper. It could be a medical type thing. Pulled by a pickup truck. I don't know, man. It's just that this whole thing seems staged, and I think that word is actually mentioned, but let's see.
More and more law enforcement coming in. Kootenai County is the area that we're talking about. They have had several choppers land. In fact, they moved us as media back about 40 minutes ago to land.
So you got traffic going through this area? Like, big thumbs up, traffic's there?
As our John Webb reported to you on the Pulse throughout the afternoon. A serious situation turned deadly, and they are out in force. Multiple agencies searching for a sniper. And as the sheriff held a news conference at 4:30, he said they were still taking fire at that time. Our breaking coverage continues throughout the evening on Nonstop Local KHQ. I'm Sean Owsley.
Okay, so you're driving around. You got your cars, got your helicopter driving around.
This is breaking news.
Good evening, I'm Sean Owsley. As we continue to follow breaking news, an active shooter situation, Canfield Mountain, East Nettleton Gulch Road, about 1 p.m. Firefighters responding to a call of a fire. We don't know if there was a coincidence that there was somebody armed and ready for them, or that fire was set on purpose to lure the firefighters in. That question will be asked at a 9:30 news conference with Sheriff Bob Norris. They have confirmed they will hold a news conference at the Emergency Operations Center in Hayden at 9:30. We will carry it for you in its entirety. What we can tell you right now is the command post is active, multiple law enforcement agencies. Let's go back to Bradley Warren.
Yeah, Sean, I want to walk you through right now some of the mutual aid that is responding. I'll just show you here the tactical vehicles that have been brought in, tactical SWAT tanks that have been brought in. These ones have Washington plates right here on it.
You know what's weird about all this? It's a very quiet scene. You see these armored vehicles. You'll see in a little bit a whole sea of federal agencies, vehicles, and cop cars and all this, and they're all just parked one behind each other like a sea of them. But it looks like this is all like like an active shooter. What would you call it? I did one once here locally years ago. It was me and my daughter did it. An active shooter, because I knew some people on the force, and they said, "Hey, would you want to participate in this?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." I mean, it was kind of cool, but you could get hit. You gotta sit there like this, and if you get up and start walking around, you get hit by those rubber bullets. I hear they hurt like a mofo, so I was staying put and praying to God that I didn't get hit with them. And it was cool, I'm not sure I'd want to do it again. Participate in an active shooter simulation training, something like that, training. But this right here, that's what this looks like to me. I mean, I'm not an expert, but there's no sense of urgency. I don't hear gunfire. Where's the fire in all this? Are they parked like way off in distance where there's no fire? I don't know. Don't get overly critical, BitChute. I have questions. I mean, I'm walking into this blind. It's cold. It's like a cold read. I didn't have hours to prep on this and study this. Nor do I want to. I don't want to spend that kind of time. I'm just like, this just...
Next does have
seems
the
like they're up to something.
license plates again.
Data from Michelin Mobility Intelligence showing the top trouble spots for speeding.
Excuse me, I apologize for that.
What?
We've got a light flight helicopter that's landed right here. That one's on standby. Earlier this evening, when we first arrived on scene,
where's all the activity? You just got done saying there's an active shooter that shot like a bunch of people. You heard the 911 call. Where's all the bodies? Where are all the people? Where is it? Am I missing something here? I think maybe I am. It is late. Maybe I'm missing something.
Department of Homeland Security chopper, and I'm not sure if you can see it. I'll have Gabe trying to show you.
Cop car parked right there.
One of the choppers that is still up circling this blaze right back here, Gabe. The white chopper currently over the mountain, and that plume of smoke, Sean, like you were saying.
Where's the
two
plume of
scenes
smoke?
that we were watching from the command post right here. That active fire and then that active shooter situation. And of course, that fire was what called in these resources to begin with. Fire officials, fire crews working to put out a brush fire, and then an expanding into an active shooter situation. As we continue to see the command post here grow in size, you see again how significant these vehicles are that have been brought in. Because Sheriff Knowles essentially
There's a bunch of cars just parked there.
There was some sort of sniper-esque or high-caliber rifle that was being used. That was the fire that they were taking on.
Where is it?
When these vehicles pulled up, we saw people get out of them with their helmets on, with the tactical.
Okay, I want damn firefighters to be carrying body cams, just like cops do. I want you to record the whole firefighter experience. Make sure we record everything that you're doing. You go into a house or a factory that's on fire, factories that have been on fire, or food processing plant. I want to see the damn body cam. Just in case this happens. I want to see it. Where is the proof? I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's just me, but this looks way too calm for a damn active shooter to be on the lam, on the loose, attacking firefighters, attacking the post. That's word out. That's what they said. Police exchanging of gunfire, whatever, with the sniper or whatever. A sniper fires now and snipers. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't get more creative than that.
Gear on with the big weapons drawn. We've got dogs here now. We've got mutual aid responding from across the region. Spokane County Police, Spokane Police.
Okay, got
we've
a cop
got
car there.
our
They're all
friends
parked there. What are they eating lunch?
Here.
Are they
We've
eating
got
donuts?
Homeland
What are they
Security.
doing?
We've got
coffee break,
Border and Custom Patrol. We have ATF, all centered around the command post, which is right here. And that
ATF?
gray truck right there, that
Tobacco?
is one of the communications command posts that's helping
they got it with
bring
the radar on there.
the comms to all of the fire and police departments that are responding.
It's a good
to
show.
this. So right here, this is the police focal point, the law enforcement focal point. On the other side of this dirt hill right here, there is the wilderness response focal point. So we're seeing the ATVs that have responded. We are seeing the CAT vehicles, the drones. If you look
drones, they got drones out.
There in the
I don't
blue,
hear any gunfire, but they got all this going
responding
on.
as part of mutual aid from Spokane.
I see a bunch of people standing around. Is that?
20 minutes,
let me ask you a question. Is that a sense of urgency? You got a sniper on the loose and they're just standing around? Is that? We're just talking about Willis. Maybe I'm missing something. I could totally be way off on this, but this reeks of hokiness. This reeks of they know that the public is so damn dumb they can just do this shit and say that there's a sniper, show you some smoke in the mountains, a little bit of smoke, and then that's a wrap. But there's got to be some agenda behind this. What it is, I don't know, but there's got to be some kind of agenda. What was it, AR-15? Huh? Was he a Trump supporter? It's in Idaho. Idaho. I don't know. Do they have? It's conservative. Isn't that state conservative? Even though Washington's right next door. But I think this part of Idaho is right next to Washington, the eastern border of that state, and I think that's the part of the state that wants to become Greater Idaho or something like that. So maybe it's all conservatives in this area. Is it a Trump supporter? Is that what they're going to say? A conservative, a patriot did that? Does he have a manifesto? Come on, man. I don't. It's just. This doesn't look good, man. At least the 9/11 buildings came down. You know what I mean? It's a sniper. Huge fires. He started the fire, or maybe the fire just started itself, or maybe do start it, and then the sniper shows up. I just
office.
Let's say go to a different vantage point in our Bell Lewis.
Very calm.
Hi, Sean.
A
So the
different vantage
weather
point.
is getting a little bit cooler. There is a noticeable difference from when I was
So
out
now we're
here
gonna talk
just an
about
hour
weather.
ago to right now, which is good news for the first responders who are wearing that heavy, hot tactical gear. But that does mean that the sun is starting to come down, which, as we've said before,
We're talking
could be a
about the weather.
significant issue. I also
And the
wanted to
sun.
reiterate that I talked with some of the life flight crews. Now, they said that they flew around the area that they were taking care of in the situation for just a couple minutes before they were called back. But the way that they'll be working today is on an on-call basis. If they're needed, they will be ready to fly back out. And they say that they've trained for this and that this situation, very unfortunate. This sort of
Say this again.
good news for the first responders who are wearing that heavy, hot tactical gear, but that does mean that the sun is starting to come down, which, as we've said before, could be a significant issue. I also wanted to reiterate that I talked with some of the life flight crews. Now, they said that they flew around the area that they were taking care of in the situation for just a couple minutes before they were called back. But the way that they'll be working today is on an on-call basis. If they're needed, they will be ready to fly back out. And they say that they've trained for this.
So the life fighters flew back over there, they circled around, and then they left? Wait a minute, you just said there was a forking sniper. Shot up a bunch. Did you hear the 911 call? I'll play it for you in a second. You just got done saying that the damn people were shot up. The cops were getting shot at. Firefighters were shot at. 2 were dead. I know maybe there's a lot more details to this, but from my angle, this sounds... So the life fighters flew in this area, and then they decided to fly back because nothing was happening. But if something happens, we'll fly back to this area and help you out. This doesn't sound right at all. At all.
Not this situation, very unfortunate. This sort of emergency is something that they prepare for, so that way when it does happen, they can respond efficiently and as quickly as possible. Back to you, Sean.
All right, Arbel Lewis there.
So there's no one to life flight back?
Familiar with Nonstop Local KHQ as you were watching here in our region.
I feel like we're being played big time. Dabu 7 has to say. We're going to see what Dabu 7 has to say. I think this guy lives in America, but he sounds like Irish or something. His accent sounds a little different than American, but it might be American. You know, he might have been born here. I don't know, but his accent to me sounds. I can't make it out. Irish. Slightly.
This is Dabu 7. We have an ongoing and developing situation here in
maybe he's Canadian. I don't know. I thought he lives in America. I don't know. Whatever.
Idaho, where an arsonist has set fire to the mountainside, as you can see here in the left image. As the firemen
right
show
there.
up to put this out, they were getting shot. At least 2 of them shot. The police on the scene, the feds on the scene, as you can see here, a ton of them. And they're still engaging with this individual. There's mixed reports coming out all over.
Did that video look like they were engaging in anything? Conversation? I didn't see. I didn't see any urgency. I didn't see anything. I didn't see any action. You know, Evelyn Champagne King's playing in the background. I want action. Show me what you're gonna do. What are you doing? What are you doing? I just seen. There's a part of that video. I didn't show it now, and it's running late. There's a part of the video that that clip that I just showed you. If I kept playing it, you will see. Oh, here it is. Here it is. My bad. Dabu had this right here, all lined up on the side. Just a bunch of cars, bunch of lined up. But what are they doing? And this right here, this is what your this little patch of forest fire. This is what. This right here? This ain't jack. What is this? I think I've driven by this in the Smoky Mountains. I've seen stuff like this. Maybe they're burning some brush. I don't know. It's nothing like the directed energy weapons where everything for miles is ablaze. Does this even remotely seem authentic? It just doesn't. But let's listen to Dabu.
Over the place. Some are saying the individuals are trapped on this mountain. That was per the press conference.
I didn't
Whether
see
they
any
were just bystanders or people that can't get down or the pathway is blocked.
Okay, you got people trapped on there, but the life fighters come to the area, stay a few minutes, said, we're going to go back to headquarters. But call us if you need us. We're on standby. Bullshit. I'm calling BS on all this.
This fire is still burning out of control. So this is an ambush where an arsonist or multiple people here have done this and then ambushed the firefighters and the police. We've got reports that FBI got...
Okay, the fact that they're using the word ambush, I think they like to use that word recently in the news media, in the media, because it's a strong word. It conjures up not good imagery in people's heads, right? Ambush, like in war, you're walking into shit and you're getting shot at and everyone gets destroyed and killed. You know what I mean? They've used that word ambush like so-and-so, like a politician ambushed this other politician. Meanwhile, it's just words. It's just words they use. Like one politician rips the other politician a new one, but they'll use the word ambush now, right? This is an ambush. Those cops are standing around. All this shit was standing. Unless I missed that clip. I might have. I'm new to this game right here. As far as new to this story right here. But I'm not seeing it. And that right there, this right here doesn't look like, I mean, yeah, it's cause for concern. Go and check it out and all that. But that's... What do I know? Maybe you guys in BitChute know something. What do you know about this? What do you think? What do you think? You think this is on the up and up? This is really happening? I mean, or you think it's BS, false flag?
On the way, and that this is definitely an ongoing fluid situation. People are being told to stay away from this area. This broke loose around 1:50 p.m. local time.
They were told to stay away from it, but if you saw in a clip earlier, you saw cops in the street and cars, civilians driving by.
Canfield Mountain area of Idaho. Again, believed to be intentionally set to lure first responders and then start shooting at them. Now, I've got an audio clip here that I'm going to play off the scanner. Much love.
Central BC 5, Central BC 5.
All right, he's playing it.
Someone...
I have a clip from X, this exact clip, but Dabu's playing, so I'll let it roll. This 911 call.
Law enforcement right now, there's an active shooter zone. There's shot. BC 3's down, BC 1's down. Everybody's shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now.
Everybody's shot up there, but Lifelight, did I miss that? Lifelight circled the area for a little bit, went back to headquarters, and said, call us if you need us, we're on standby.
Now up here. 551, 10 or 14. Up here. Stop. Get out of the way. 10 or 14. Engine push 551. Do not come up here. 51 copies. Remaining staging.
You know what this sounds like to me? It sounds like damn training. This sounds like the active shooter training. Because the active shooter training, you're acting. It's not. There's a difference between like spring training in baseball, and you know they're pitching to each other, pitching and catching, and they're using this. They think they use this like in pitchers. There's this. What is it? It's some kind of computer simulation where the pitching simulator, so to speak, pitches all kinds of different ways to the batter, and then, in other words, it is late for me, but in other words, training is way different, is a little bit different than getting actually into the field. Like, you could do spring training, but when you're on the field, you trained over here, okay, big thumbs up, but now you're in the shit, the real deal. It's just like when I went to college to be a middle school teacher, right? I trained, so to speak. You train, you learn, you observe, and do all that stuff. You go through a program at the university, right? But when you toss in the classroom, your first year, you're wet behind the ears still. You train, but you're still wet. You're still green. You still have a lot to learn. This right here, it sounds like a training session. It sounds like an active shooter session mixed in with tossing in the firefighting aspect for whatever reason, and also the setting the woods on fire, or this little patch of woods right here. This is being pushed, but I'm thinking it's a training session, an active shooter training thing, Idaho style. an active shooter in the woods. I'm trying to figure this shit out, and I don't even want to figure anything out right now.
Me on my X feed for more breaking updates.
All right, here's the X 911 call. In quotes. But you know, don't forget 4th of July is this Friday. We're gonna see what's crack-a-lacking on 4th of July. Maybe nothing. Maybe nothing. I'm expecting some longtime friends to show up and us hanging out and having a good time. That's what I'm expecting. Video will be up on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram on that. That's what I'm expecting. But I will be on, much like the Life Flighters, on standby in case something big goes down on 4th of July. Because could be an FF false to the flag, but maybe a big nothing burger. Maybe be on July 5th. Maybe nothing at all. Good, great if nothing happens. We'll see, but this just seems so...
Central BC 5, Central BC 5. BC 5 up 6. Someone enforcement right now, there's an active shooter zone. They're shot. BC 3's down, BC 1's down. Everybody's shot.
Everybody's down. This sounds like acting. This sounds hokey as all get out. Okay, so there's an active shooter, and everybody and their brother in the government agencies showing up just like that? Just like that. Armored vehicles. Meanwhile, no one's doing anything. Your local law enforcement, state troopers, whatever, FBI with the gun rifles, right, walking around. Just like that. Boom, lickety split. You had this all ready to go, right? Does it work? I don't think it works like that. Maybe it does now. I don't know, but I don't think so. This seems like a statewide meeting of the forces of some an active shooter training session. That's what this looks like to me. But again, I'm no expert on this. It just doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel real. And we've been through so much bullshit and false flags over the years. We fell for the 9/11, and a lot of sheeple out there fell for con job, and I didn't. But I'm just not falling for anything. I want to see the proof in all this. You got to stand for something, or you fall for anything, and I ain't falling for it. I want proof. And there's a lot of holes in this story right here. And there's a lot of lackadaisicalness. There's a lot of calmness, right? People walking around, this agency just walking around. I mean, what are you doing? Are you going to break? You're showing us the wrong clips if you're on a break. There should be no breaks in this kind of situation if this was real. But I don't know. What do you think? Is it real? What are they working on here? Huh?
Up here. Law enforcement. Code 3 now up here. 551, 10 or 14. Up here. Stop. Get out of the way. 10 or 14.
Stop, Dad.
Engine first 551. Do not come up here. 51. Copies. Remain in staging.
Remain in staging. He said remain in staging. So you're staging something.
Hey, 10 or 14. Engine first 551. Do not come up here. 51 copies. Remain in staging.
Remain in staging.
Central from 551. 551. You get an ETA on Life Flight, please? What? You're busy. You see what Life Flight has to offer and go and get started. Also, if you can do enact the MPI for the county, please.
All right, whatever. I'm done with this. Maybe this is actually the real deal. Maybe something big. Okay, calm down. Maybe something big happened. I don't know. Maybe it did, but I'm not seeing it from my angle. Doesn't look like a big forest fire. Certainly doesn't look like snipers are sniping. Doesn't look like bodies are hitting the floor. You got an unnamed sniper that's supposedly dead, unidentified or whatever. But I'm sure they'll investigate further and get back with us, right? Right? As they always do. Train derailments, food processing plants going to flame. We're investigating. We'll get right back. When we find out, we'll let you know. And they're on to the next shiny object that they're going to toss at us. I could be wrong on this, but then again, don't blame me. I'm human. It's late, but from my angle, this looks like not more nonsense, like false flag. I'm waiting for the manifesto, and unless they're gonna not have one this time, just change it up a little bit. Finally, I don't know. We'll see, or maybe we won't see. Maybe this will be a fade away like the bird flu, and they're on to the next nonsense. But I'm sure there's got to be an agenda behind this. So, what do you think? I don't know. Don't be a troll out there. At any rate, like, share, subscribe. At any rate, or don't. I'm